So in experiment number 14, our goal is to find a carbon-carbon bond length. And the way we're going to do this is by using a molecule called oleic acid. Oleic acid actually in water will form what's called a monolayer, meaning that the molecule will stand straight up. And so when you look at it, you'll have this carbon chain standing straight up, and it will actually expand out and push anything out of its way. Because it is an oil, it pushes like a podium powder out of the way, and that's how we do this. So important when you do the calculation for this one to realize that oleic acid is a 17 carbon chain. So when we actually find the height of this layer, we have found the length of the molecule. And when you find the length of the molecule, you know that 17 times the bond length of the carbon-carbon bond has to equal that molecule length. So that's the key to finding the carbon-carbon bond length. In page 88, it actually steps you through all the other calculations. Just follow them precisely with the numbers that I give you, and you should have no trouble with it. So I've already cleaned the wonderful cafeteria tray that we use for this, and I've scrubbed it very, very well, making sure I use water and not touching it with my greasy hands. I went ahead and filled the tray then with water, and I'll sprinkle a little more powder on it in a minute, but one of the first steps we're supposed to do is figure out how many drops are actually, how many drops are in a milliliter so that we know the size of one drop. So the first part is to count how many drops there are in a milliliter. So I've got my oleic acid in my dropper, and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, come on, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 about. Okay. So it takes about 39 drops to reach a milliliter, so that's going to be important to figuring out the volume of a single drop. So now what we need to do is we have to set up our system here by just sprinkling some lycopodium powder over the surface. And the idea is now when the drop hits that, it'll expand and tell me how big this monolayer is. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my dropper and I'm gonna just pad it a little bit so I don't have extra stuff on the end. And now we're gonna add one drop to the center of this and see how it goes ahead and makes that nice circle. So now what we want to do is measure that. We'll measure the diameter, and we want to measure it in our centimeters. And it looks like we have about, I would say about 22.5 centimeters for that one. So we repeated the experiment 3 more times in terms of counting the drops. And in trial 2, the number of drops were 38. Trial 3, the drops were 39. And trial 4, the number of drops were 38. And remember, these are the number of drops you have in a milliliter. When we went ahead and added the drops to our tray, in trial 2, the diameter was 23.4 centimeters. And in trial 3, the diameter was 22.1 centimeters. With this data, you should be able to do the remaining calculations for the experiment.